Hi, my name is Melissa Adams Van Houten, and I am a gastroparesis patient and advocate. Gastroparesis is considered an invisible illness, but it seems I have a problem with the concept of invisible illness because I do not consider my illness invisible. It's visible to me the first thing in the morning. I wake up, and because I haven't had enough calories, I'm very fatigued and find it difficult to get out of the bed. I go and look in the mirror, and I say this all the time, but it's like I'm looking at a stranger. I don't even recognize myself anymore. I can no longer hide the dark circles under my eyes, no matter how much makeup I put on. I see the bones in my chest. I can count every rib. I brush my hair and I feel how thin it is. I see my brittle, dry, cracked nails. I see the damage that has been done to my teeth already because of the malnutrition. These things are visible. I'm quite aware of my illness when I go down to the kitchen and pour myself a cup of coffee, lots of coffee usually, rather than eating all the food that's in there. I see the food, I smell the food, I'm hungry, I'm starving, I'm starving. I want the food, and I can't have it because I know that to eat that food will cause me excruciating pain, and it's not worth it. So it's very visible to me. It's also visible to me when I try to exercise. Before I was diagnosed, I was running, doing quite well, improving my speed, improving my distance. Now I get on that treadmill and I am lucky if I can run for 15 or 20 minutes, and that is at a snail's pace. I would not even call it running. It is visible to me when I try to complete my household chores. Tasks that used to be easy for me, like mopping the floor or vacuuming, doing laundry. I can hardly ever complete any of those anymore because of the fatigue. And it's not just visible to me, it's visible to my family as well. It's crystal clear to my daughter, who comes home every night from school and asks for a peanut butter sandwich for dinner. And I said to her one day, Lily, why do you always want a peanut butter sandwich for dinner? And she said, Mom, sometimes I watch you make my sandwich and you take a bite of peanut butter from the jar. And I don't want to take that away from you. This is very hard. I'm sorry. It is visible to my husband, who comes home from work every evening and fixes his own meal and then hides from me to eat that meal because he doesn't want to torture me with having to watch him. He edits what he cooks because he doesn't want the smells to drift through the house and bother me. My family walks me up the stairs to bed every evening because they're afraid that I'm going to fall down those stairs if they don't help me. And I am so weak and fatigued that I don't even remember in the morning, most mornings, how I got to bed. It is visible to my family when they see my absence at school functions, at plays, choir performances, taekwondo tournaments, and every other event that's so important to my daughter that I can't seem to make it to anymore. I can't make it to family functions anymore. On the rare occasions that I can go out, I can't participate in all the activities. Sometimes can't even hold a decent conversation because I'm just not nourished enough to think properly and act properly. I sit and watch them eat because obviously I can't do that. It makes them uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable. And it is quite visible to everyone that I have a serious illness. This illness is visible to me when I go to my online support groups. They write about doctors who don't understand them, who don't know anything about their illness, who refuse to help them or don't know enough to help them, and send them away, telling them there's nothing more they can do. It is visible to me in the stories of the family members and friends who have rejected the support group members for all of the reasons that I've talked about before. Families can't seem to handle this illness sometimes, and so people find themselves isolated and alone trying to deal with it. It's visible in the stories of financial loss. A lot of our group members have lost the ability to work because of the effects of this illness, and so they're afraid that they're going to lose their home, their car, all their possessions, and that's exactly what happens sometimes. This illness, or at least the effects of it, is not invisible. And I have a hard time understanding why other people can't see it. I ask myself, why can't the doctors see it? Why do they continue to call us drug seekers, hypochondriacs, and push us out the door without helping us? Why is it that the insurance companies refuse to see it and refuse to cover our medications? The pharmaceutical companies can't seem to see it. They don't have any interest in finding us better treatments or a cure. The policymakers can't see it. They won't declare gastroparesis a disability in and of itself, and they refuse to pass legislation that could give us necessary research funding. The media doesn't seem to see it. No matter how loud we speak or how visible we think we're getting, the media has no problem thinking we're invisible. And a lot of you out there, we are invisible to you. Now, my conclusion is that I am indeed not invisible. The people in my groups are not invisible. You are blind. You are blind to our pain, to our plight, and to your obligation to help us. It is really, really easy to ignore us. It is really easy to look the other way and pretend that we do not exist. It is easy to ignore us because you don't know how to help us. But we need something better than that from you. We need you to open your eyes and see what is right in front of you. We are a group of people who are starving to death. We are starving to death, and there is little awareness and little help. We need your help in making the invisible visible again. Don't turn your backs on us. Don't pretend this is someone else's problem. We are here. We exist. We are visible. Take off the blinders and help us. Thank you very much for listening.